Ukraine's shock sleeper drone blitz on Russia's bomber fleet has delivered a hammer blow to Vladimir Putin's nuclear arsenal. The SAS-style strike against 4 airfields deep inside Russia is reminiscent of the most daring raids of World War II that turned the tide against the Nazis. Vladimir Zelensky oversaw the operation, much like Winston Churchill did as Britain struck deep behind enemy lines. Vladimir Putin's doomsday bomber fleet is now crippled, with 41, or about a third of his most prized aircraft, lying in smouldering wrecks on the tarmac. Ukraine said the sneak attack was worth $7 billion in damage and caused by only 117 cheaply made drones. Like Israel's mass pager sabotage against Hezbollah, Kiev has rewritten the rulebook of how to strike at the heart of their enemy. Ukraine's spies spent 18 months putting their plan into action and struck on the eve of fresh peace talks in Istanbul. June 1 also marks the infamous date Ukraine handed back its last nuclear weapon to Russia 26 years ago. Ukraine's SBU spies targeted 5 Russian air bases in the daring mission that is continuing Ukraine's pioneering use of drone warfare. The drones and their containers were smuggled into Russia separately and were put together right under Vlad's nose. Clueless lorry drivers then parked the containers next to Russian air bases, where they waited in plain sight. The containers were rigged to explode if they were tampered with, and the lorry drivers were led away from Russia, Zelensky said. Then, on the morning of June 1, the fleet of flying bombs rose over the far reaches of Russia, and the most daring military operation of the war began. Nondescript shipping containers parked in laybys and verges had attracted little attention before their lids blew open and the drone swarms poured out. Russian civilians stood in awe as they saw the drones fly out of their containers and head in the direction of the airbase. The craft buzzed as they took off into the air and only had to travel a short distance to their valuable targets. Each of the 117 drones had their own dedicated pilot, and Russia had no defenses to protect their bases and stop them. Drones with cameras sent back video to HQ of the moment craft struck their targets, and explosions ripped into the sky. One hapless Russian soldier stationed at an airbase recorded himself standing just tens of meters from several burning wrecks. CCTV recorded other Russian soldiers trying to use anti-drone guns on the craft speeding past, but to no avail. Thick black smoke went high into the sky, with civilians near the bases sending Ukraine's successes on video around the world. The furthest strike was Belaya Air Base, so far inside Russia that the closest neighbouring country is Mongolia. Oleni Air Base near Finland and Ivanovo and Diaghilevo near Moscow were also struck in the country's west. Russia's strength, its size, had become its weakness, with military planners not banking on needing to defend attacks deep inside Siberia. One expert said. Zelensky touted the operation as historic and revealed he had overseen Operation Spiderweb.
Найцікавіше, і вже зараз це можна говорити публічно, офіс нашої операції на території Росії знаходився безпосередньо поруч з управлінням ФСБ Росії.
Planning was so secretive that the White House, who is providing Ukraine with key intelligence and weapons, was not told. Destroying the nuclear bombers is key for Ukraine's defense, as they are one way that Moscow is able to send its nightly barrage of bombs at the country. Fresh satellite pictures from Belaya Airfield in Irkutsk Oblast, deep inside Siberia, show planes lying in ruins on the runway. Ukraine had also thought about how to destroy the evidence of their attack. The containers were booby-trapped and fitted with explosive devices. They appeared to go off following the successful attack, or if locals started to fiddle with the crates. Burning husks were left over as Ukraine's agents made a clean getaway, according to Zelensky. Putin has quickly struck back, attempting to look strong as one arm of his nuclear triad has almost been destroyed. 2 nuclear missile-capable Russian submarines are said to now be beneath the waves of the Black Sea. Ukraine has already sent drones to destroy them, sources claim. Kiev has also sent another drone swarm to attack Kursk overnight, with one city seeing explosions like fireworks near apartment buildings. Russia's Ministry of Defense branded Sunday's strikes as terrorist attacks and claimed that the drones had all been repelled, despite the damning footage. Stunned Kremlin commentators described the blitz as Russia's Pearl Harbour, as they called on Putin to hit back with a nuclear response. Ukraine hit long-range Tu-22 M3 bombers used in daily raids on Ukraine, Tu-95 long-range bombers, and an A-50 air reconnaissance aircraft. The A-50 is an early airborne warning and control system worth a cool $350 million each. The drones were reportedly trained by artificial intelligence to recognize the Russian bombers and execute automatic dive attack algorithms.